Thanks very much. Welcome to Monarchy Creative Design Studio today. And it's my privilege to interview the Empress of Networking, Karen G from G Development and Doja Dog Project. Hello, Karen.
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. Thanks very much. So I know you got many years experience in the banking and financial sector. So may I ask, does that background help with your current business and life coaching business?
Yeah, it does. So basically, I joined NatWest at 16 and I left when I was 50.
Yes.
So during that time, I had done lots of jobs and I'd coached and developed lots and lots of different people.
Yeah.
And what happened was, in the last 5 years, I was actually an executive coach, trainer, management workshops I used to deliver. So not only did I manage and develop people on my journey to doing that, when I ended my career in banking, I was fully trained with workshops and delivering, and I was a professional trainer and coach. So it was quite a natural step to start that business and to get into that, really. So yeah, it did help me. The qualifications I have in coaching, especially Myers-Briggs MBTI practitioner, which is my speciality, my tool of choice in life and business coaching, was all gained during that time.
Yes, thanks very much. So does the banking background help you to differentiate and stand out in front of other business and life coaches?
Yeah, I think so, because I've got a lot of recommendations on LinkedIn. People can check that. I'm involved with a lot of networking. I meet a lot of people. The career is there for people to see. It's substantiated with recommendations from my career, people I've worked with and managed, and so therefore it's very transparent. So I find that it gives me credibility. It gives me the credibility for people to feel confident that they've got a coach that not only is a qualified coach, but comes from this corporate background and also has been a coach just in a business, not necessarily working as a coach, but coaching teams and staff and achieving goals as a manager and a leader themselves as well before becoming a coach is quite an important thing, I believe, for people.
Yes, I'm very proud of you, because you are a very confident female entrepreneur.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Female entrepreneurs should support each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We need to work together and support each other. And banking is a career that's very male dominated, even today. But when I joined the bank, which was in 1979, women couldn't wear trousers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how much things have changed. So women weren't allowed to wear trousers in 1979 to work.
Yeah, sure, I totally understand, because sometimes people still are telling me that I should wear jeans and Dr. Martens.
Yeah, my favourite.
My favourite as well. And also, because I know you are involved in some very meaningful charity projects. So could you talk about the project with Doja Dog and the very beautiful illustrated book?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so, well, when I took voluntary redundancy from the bank in 2013, and before I finally left, I was at home for 6 months and on a gardening leave. So during that period, I actually got a new pet. I got a new dog, Dodger. So Dodger's actually laying here next to me. He's flaked out, actually, was meant to be on screen, but I'll see if he'll get up in a minute. So Dodger is a real dog, and he's a staffy.
Yeah.
And I wrote a few short stories during that time about him, because I learned that a Staffy has a poor perception, and the breed suffers because of that. So they're a wonderful dog, but they're a small, muscly, strong dog, and they get this reputation, which is unfounded, that they're aggressive. And actually, it's about nature and nurture, and their nature is one of loving and kind, but they get into the wrong hands. And if they're not loved and nurtured, then sometimes some of them have got into trouble. But originally they were the nanny dog, where people left them to look after the children. So we want to get back to that reputation.
Cool. So where's Dodger now? Could we see him?
Yeah, let's see if he'll get up. Dodger.
Sure, Dodger.
Dodger. Here you go. He says he won't get up. Right, hold on.
Okay. Hello, Dodger.
Look, he's laying flat out.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah, Dodger, are you going to get up?
I can tell he is well taken off, and he's very healthy.
Yeah, he's very lazy as well. I tried to blackmail him with a treat, but he wouldn't get up. So, but anyone who wants to see Dodger, he's got all these social media. You can see him on. He's at I Love Dodger Dog, so you can check him out. There's lots of videos and.
Yeah, sure. And also, because Karen is also well known as the 4N London regional leader. So, do you want to talk about how did you take on the role at the beginning, and how did you get involved with 4 networking?
Yeah. So in my time in banking, I don't know if that's what made me gravitate to like a leadership role in 4 networking, because I just went along to a meeting. I found it on the internet, and I went to a 4 networking meeting in Shoreditch, early 2014, and I liked it. I'd been to other meetings, other companies. I didn't like it, didn't feel it was me. I wanted something where you could be yourself, and something that was all inclusive, because that is a major part of my career about diversity and inclusion. It's also part of the books that I write as well. So it was important to me. So I went to 4N and I really liked it. So I joined on the first meeting, and they asked me if I wanted to do a role in 4N, and I thought, no, I've only just started this business, so I'm gonna wait. But then when I realized the benefits of doing the role, I took a little position in one of the groups in London Bridge that I'd been going to, and I used to be the group coordinator. So that's the person who takes the money when people arrive and orders the meal and food. So I did that, and I lived. There was about 4 meetings in London at that time, and there wasn't any in East London where I live. So I live in Leighton in East London, and I had to go to the City or the West End for these 4 groups. So I started to ask why there wasn't any in East London, and why there wasn't a better selection of groups. And I was told that, if you want to make more groups, you can. It's a sort of voluntary organisation in the respect that everybody's able to contribute. So I decided to start some in East London. And that's when I started one in Leytonstone, and then I started one in Walthamstow. And what happened was, I'd gone in before that. I'd gone from a group coordinator to an area leader in central London, and then when I started these groups, found the venues, booked them in, got it all going, I was given the role of a regional leader to start this new East London with the 2 groups. So it was very quickly that someone contacted me, and there was a lady in charge in London who looked after the 4 groups, which had been struggling. They'd been going 3, 4, like it wasn't really growing. And she left, and she wanted to go to university actually, so, and change her career. So I was given her groups, and then someone else gave me another group. So before I knew it, I had like 6, 7 groups. And I've been doing that since about 2016, something like that, quite a while. And it grew before the COVID outbreak, the pandemic, to 15 groups, and it always bordered around 14, 15 groups. So I worked to grow them, to make sure there were groups in areas that people wanted. And that's how I also in turn grew my business, by continually meeting people and being there. So now with the pandemic, 4 Networking's had to move online. So we have Zoom meetings, as you know, you come regularly, and you're also in a team role and lead one of the groups very, very well. So thank you for that, Mona. And so now I have 7 groups, and we have one every day. And it gets people, some people who we talk to haven't even got anybody at home with them. They're alone. So it's not just about business at the moment. It's about loneliness. It's about belonging. It's about being with people who are also in the same position as you. So it's very important that we're there for people and we support people, because we're all trying to achieve the dream of living life on our own terms, running our business. And it's very important that we work together as business owners to support each other.
Thanks very much. And also one more question. So it's a very difficult time for everyone, and the recession is coming. So could you give small business owners any tips about networking or how to survive in this pandemic?
Yeah, well, I thought about this actually, and I thought about it in the beginning, and I always think about, well, I know you're a big George Michael fan, yeah? So I'm sure that if I ask you where you were when you found out that George Michael died, you would know, you would remember the day,
I was crying massively.
But you remember where you were, who you were with, because it's important. So I started to think about Elvis and John Lennon and George, and all different people, and bombings and atrocities. And you know what? You kind of always remember who you were with and where you were. And I believe that this pandemic, you will remember the businesses that were still visible. And you will remember the people that supported you. So I think that my tip is be present. My tip is don't try to sell to people, because it's embarrassing if people haven't got the money. They don't want to really feel pressured, but be there, give away advice, give away tips when people are in a position that they can afford to buy stuff, or they can afford to return to normal. They will come to the people that were there supporting them. So be a friend, share what you do, and also bartering is a great way as well. So if you've got a skill and someone's got some product that you want, and then they want your product, do some bartering as well. Because if you barter your time or your expertise with someone that, you know, you both got something that you want from each other, then in the future, again, you'll work together when times change. So try to be there, be present. Don't try to push or sell, you know, hard sell. And bartering is a really great way to connect with people. And also giving, just to give a little bit of time to someone as well, is important.
And also foresighting is a great way as well. I'm doing a bit too much recently.
Foresighting is great, but for me, if people foresight too much, then it can be not a bad thing, in the way that, I mean, the foresight's no good, but certain people may not want to keep going to meetings to see the same talk.
I know.
The other thing is, for me, I think the best way to be invisible and to be there is to be a group leader, and I've always thought that. So a group leader that makes the meeting enjoyable and makes the meeting fun and hosts the meeting is important. So as a host and an ambassador for 4N, and as a regional leader for 4N, and when I was an area leader, I always used to just talk to people, find out about people, connect with people, and try to sell later through the fact that a lot of people will come up and say, oh, what do you offer, or what's your, you know, how much is it? That they'll come to me, and I find that being too pushy anyway damages your reputation and puts people off talking to you, especially like, I'm sure you've had it. We're on a meeting and then you log on and there's all these spammy emails and people trying to sell products and services they don't necessarily want. So, I mean, I can't get over a lot of websites and social media people. They contact me with an email. This isn't in for networking, but they contact me in an email and they'll say that I'm undiscoverable on social media. I'm undiscoverable, you know, with my website. But actually, that's how they found me.
Yeah.
So it always confuses me. So I send them just a reply saying, I don't work with cold callers. Please delete this from your mailer. I mean, you know, they can't find me, but they did. So be honest and transparent and try to connect with people and sell to people that you know, like and trust, and people that your service is viable for them and something that they need. That would be my tip.
Okay.
And be yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're wearing. It doesn't matter, you know, anything about you. If you're just yourself, that old saying, be yourself because everybody else is taken.
Yeah, very true. Like I'm being myself today because I'm wearing an Indian outfit, and George Michael just behind
and George
me.
Michael's watching over us. I feel like George is watching over us.
Oh, I feel like that as well. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Can we see Dodger again?
Yeah, let's see. Dodger, you want to come on then? Come on then. Yeah, come. Right. He's coming.
What's his favorite food?
Oh, he likes treats of all descriptions, really. Right, let's see. Yeah, look, he's gonna have
Dodger.
Dodger, who's that?
Hello,
no, not
dog.
In front of you, Dodger.
Hello, puppy.
He's gonna eat his treat now, look.
Yeah. Okay, thanks very much, Karen. Have a
there he is.
Yeah, bye.
Lovely to talk to you, and thank you. Bye, everyone.